Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All of today's guests are brought to you by Langley Chrysler. That includes Paul Dolan standing by. Don't miss the game because your car needs servicing. Langley Chrysler will pick up, service, and drop off your car so you don't have to miss the action. Valet service only at langleychrysler.com. Do we have the shot from PK, the mortgage guy? To the ladies' OK Tire and Langley inbox. I just talked to you about this.
I know.
You know what? The show ran so smoothly the first hour. This was bound to happen. This is from PK, the mortgage guy.
Yeah.
Great arena. He's talking about Quebec. The Videotron Center was just there with my kids' hockey team. Again, from PK, the mortgage guy. Look at that beautiful building.
Well, and again, when they that building's what, 10 years old maybe now, something like that. You had to believe they had some kind of sniff that there might have been a shot at an NHL team, right? Because I know there's contract or there's concerts and there's
contracts
and there's other events that can go through buildings. I understand that. But you don't – it's the same thing with this new arena that they're talking about building in Vegas. Sorry, the Liwiki Group, they don't build that thing without some kind of sniff that the NBA is going to go there.
Yeah. I wonder how PK's and good-looking kid there did. I wonder if it was during the Quebec Pee Wee tournament.
Is that a big tournament?
I can't answer that question. Dolly would know the answer to that question.
Would he? Well,
he's a minor hockey parent.
Yeah.
Paul Dolan joining us now. Canada plays a friendly versus Panama Sunday at BC Place. Tomorrow, Whitecaps host Real Salt Lake at BC Place. So we thought we'd get caught up with our soccer with Paul Dolan. Proud former minor hockey parent. How are you, sir?
Very good. I was at that building. You're right, Ryan. It's, I think, 9 or 10. It was just being finished around World Cup 2014. I had the family down in New York City. We drove up to Quebec, down to Montreal just for a little family vacation, and went by that building just as it was being finished up. So I think that was summer of 2014. But yeah, we never made it to the Quebec minor tournament. That would be the one to hit. But I see Rick is looking better than he's ever looked today.
Yes, absolutely. On top of a tripod. We'll leave that alone. Hey, Dolly, it looked like it wasn't going to happen, but Panama comes through for Canada. So instead of Iran, there is a game Sunday at BC Place, and, of course, the game against Curacao on Thursday. How important is it that Canada gets in at least a couple of games before Qatar in November?
I think it was a good find to get a team of the quality of Panama, and I know that ideally they'd want someone who's maybe either in the World Cup or ranked a little bit higher. I think Panama's 61 and Iran is 21. You know, all the political reasons around why that didn't work, but they had sold over 40,000 tickets. I imagine they were looking at 40 or 50,000 at the end. So that'll be disappointing that there won't be quite as big a crowd, but they are selling the tickets pretty inexpensively, from what I understand. And so, you know, let's hope we get 20 plus, maybe 30,000 fans there, and it'll be a good test. This is a team that beat Panama. Of course, it was down in Panama, but always gives a tough test. And you're right, Donnie, it's just about getting the games in right now. To have gone through, you know, just a practice window without anything at the end of it, and then a long wait till the Curacao game, that would have been tough for the players, I think. And you want to get as many simulated games under your belt, so that even though it's a completely different situation, you know, you're playing on turf, you're playing at home rather than at the World Cup, but it's just about getting your 11, getting your substitutes as well in the rhythm of playing games again.
I know you're not a doctor, but maybe you hear a thing or two. Do you expect Alphonso Davies to play on the weekend or maybe Thursday?
You know, I haven't really heard anything about the injury. You're telling me that there's something that would stop him from playing?
Well, he hasn't played. He was obviously not healthy for their last several qualifying matches.
Yeah, he did play for Bayern Munich though since that, coming back from myocarditis. So I thought that maybe you heard something out of the camp this week. And
you're the guy with the inside. Why are you're on the show because you're supposed to have insider knowledge.
You spilled your coffee there.
I did. You're right.
you were not that answer.
No, I wasn't.
I'm trying to be honest here. I thought you had the inside scoop when you brought up injury. I'm like, what injury are we talking about here?
Mr. Scoop isn't here today.
That's right. He's not on his cell. Yeah. I think he's fine. I think he's just fine. He played in some important games towards the end of the year for Bayern Munich. He's been out at training at UBC. And, as much as anything else, this is the first chance for people in Vancouver to see Alphonso Davies play for Canada at home. So that's, I think, something that's exciting. And, he'll be up for it. Obviously, an ex-Vancouver Whitecap, played in the academy here before that. So, it should be a good occasion.
My notes, I can't tell what I've written here because they're drowned in coffee. Yeah. Okay, so Whitecaps 4-2-7. How about this? After their win last weekend in Kansas City, they play Real Salt Lake tomorrow at BC Place. What have you seen lately? Or should I answer this?
Don't you know what you said? I'll tell you what, that win in Kansas City, as ugly as it may have been, and a lot of the times that you go away from home and somehow you scrape all points, usually you have to do a lot more than just play pretty attractive, attacking open soccer. You've got to grind it. You've got to close things down. You've got to win your battles and challenges. And they did that. And so I think as much as anything else, you can feel good about the way that the Whitecaps have responded from a slow start to the year. I know people sometimes get a little tired of saying that and seeing it late in the year that, okay, well, yes, you're giving them credit for responding, but why are they going down in the first place? Why have they started the season slowly in the first place? But not to give the excuses. It has been a battered team, injury-wise, your star player-wise. I mean, their best two players who combined for so many goals towards the end of last year, Ryan Gauld and Brian White, they just haven't played minutes, and they haven't played meaningful minutes together either. So get them back, get Andres Kubas into the mix, and now the mentality that, we can win away from home, where they hadn't won the first 6 games away from home, and now you get a big one, 3 points, and all of a sudden that playoff line that looked a million miles away is if it's within striking distance with home games to come where they've been really good.
I know what my answer would be. My mother was Ukrainian, but hard, very quickly, Adoli. My mother was Ukrainian. Is it hard not to pull for Ukraine Sunday against Wales?
It is. I like Scotland as well. Wales is, not a lot of affiliation to there, but it's impossible not to appreciate not only the fact that they hadn't played since December as a team and come out and not only away from home in Scotland, lost the game, but scored 3 goals and really dominated. There was a flurry there in the last 10 minutes where Scotland was chasing the game, but they played so well, almost emotionless when they scored the goals. Like you really felt that they knew that there was much more than just winning a World Cup qualifying game. And then when they finally got the winner at the end, like all the emotion just came free from them. It means so much. And I hate the fact that they say it means nothing if we lose to Wales, because that was a huge victory. But I think everyone wants to see them get through now and what it would mean to everyone around the world that I think is pulling for them as their kind of Cinderella team right now.
Has John Herdman called you about making a comeback in goal? And the reason I asked that, Dolly, is because when I spilled my coffee, it was like we were on the wide shot. It was, it wasn't obvious that I did, but you caught that. Your eyesight is incredible. That was amazing.
I thought you were going to say I looked nice and lean and slender and ready to get back in the
There's
fight.
that
But
too.
It's all about the eyes.
Yes.
It's all about the eyes, isn't it?
The eyesight is there, man. You caught that. Ryan didn't catch it. You did. Dolly, thanks for this. We got to start paying you. You become a regular on this show.
I'm happy to do it anytime. We'll preach the gospel of soccer to you, buddy.
Well, as you know, we're saving money today because somebody isn't here, so we'll work on it.
All right, take care, fellas.
Okay.